again, everyone. Edwin back once again in this YouTube astrological segment. I'm going to be talking about Saturn sextile or trine the North Node in a natal chart. Now, some of you may remember when I first started my YouTube astrology channel, I did a series on the aspects in a natal chart. They're a little bit concise. Some people may refer to them as snappy. So what I decided to do was make another series on them in which the videos would be a little bit longer and more descriptive. So anyway, first thing up is if you have Saturn sextile or trine, the south node in a natal chart, it may be easy to concentrate, which is Saturn, on matters pertaining to your past, which is the south node. Now, the south node is in Scorpio, as an example. There may have been some matter connected with the past that may have been tied in with dealing with some crisis or upheaval or something, recycling or insurance, transformation. Maybe there's a will that needs to be looked at some point in time. Um, it could be, something connected with the intimate connection or some matter associated with support, whether it be moral, emotional, monetary support, or even something associated with the occult, which includes astrology. Now, also to Saturn sextile or trine the North Node in a natal chart may also manifest in matters associated with things that you're trying to get away from, which is the South Node, may require less industry and hard work, which is Saturn, than most others. Now, the thing is, now let's say the South Node is in Aquarius as an example, what you're trying to get away from. It could be, certain friendships that are to your detriment. It may be some kind of idiosyncratic or rebellious behavior, something that's very non-conforming, or something, of an unusual nature, one way or the other. Maybe there's some groups that have affected you adversely, as some examples, and also it could be too that, as far as these aspects go in a natal chart, you may easily balance activities with the father, which is Saturn, and people that were prominent in your past, which is the South Node. Now, let's say, for example, if the South Node is in Aries, people prominent in your past may either be an Aries Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or one or more may be an Aries Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply embody the characteristics of the sign. It could be people that are aggressive, assertive, forceful, courageous, have a lot of fortitude. It could be people that are brave, pioneering, innovative, but may also be overly outspoken, impetuous, and abrupt as well. Now, and the same may hold true as far as balancing activities. Easily being able to do this for matters pertaining to the career, which is Saturn, and doing things you're naturally proficient in, which is the South Node. Now, let's say, for example, if the South Node is in Libra, things you're naturally proficient in can include art, drawing, painting, or sculpting, or some other form of art, legal matters, mediation, negotiation, arbitration. It could even be doing something with scale design or some kind of interior decoration. Anything, Libra related. It could be modeling or acting, as some other examples. And another thing about these aspects in a natal chart, it may also manifest in having a little difficulty leaving behind, which is the South Node, some matter associated with the father, older people, and authority figures, which is Saturn. So it could be some matter that might be affecting you to the detriment of Saturn. Let's say Saturn is in Scorpio. The father may actually be a Scorpio sun, moon, or ascendant person, or embody the traits of the sign. It could be somebody that's very resourceful, resilient, empowering, transforming, incisive, probing, secretive, mysterious, but at the same time may be jealous, manipulative, and vengeful as well. And it could be, the fact that Saturn, if it's in Scorpio as an example, matters may be tied in. It could be something with some will or some power struggle with this person as well as some examples. Now, another thing is that at the same time, those people that I just mentioned, the father, older people, and authority figures, which is Saturn, those people can be beneficial to what is needed to be left behind, which is the South Node. Now, if the South Node is in Sagittarius, as an example, what may be needed to be left behind may be connected, it may be something associated with a philosophy or belief that may be affecting you negatively. It may be something associated with publishing or advertising or something sports or outdoor related. It could be some kind of foolhardy or self-righteous tendencies. Maybe being overly exuberant and enthusiastic regarding the wrong things that are affecting you adversely, as some examples. Now, also, too, another way Saturn sextile or trine the North Node may be expressed in the natal chart is that you may readily handle responsibility, which is Saturn, toward those that figured prominently in your past, which is the South Node. Now, let's say, for example, if the South Node is in Capricorn, one or more of those people that figured prominently in your past may actually be a Capricorn Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, or embody the characteristics of the sign. It could be people that are very serious, structured, disciplined, consistent, premeditative, ambitious, responsible. Um, it could be, at the same time, it could be those that may be somewhat depressive or negative and pessimistic as well. Also, too, you may find it easy to work laboriously, which is Saturn, during that first half of life, which is the South Node. Now, let's say, for example, if Saturn is in Taurus, the hard work you do may be done in a very methodical, deliberate, and plotting manner, but it could also be associated with something Taurus related, whether it could be carpet laying, geology, architecture, agriculture, cultivation, gardening, something with banking, finance, music, or art as some examples. And also, too, these aspects can be auspicious for having consistency and discipline, which is Saturn in dealing with the overdeveloped and redundant qualities connected with the South Node position. Now, if the South Node is in Virgo, as an example, those redundant qualities, may be tied in with overanalysis. It could be, like analyzing things to the point where they don't need to be analyzed anymore, like seeing the Dwad within the Dwad, in an astrological placement. The South Node in Libra could be balancing things and being overly fair, to the most minute detail when it's not always, necessary to do so. And also, to Saturn sextile or trine the South Node in the natal chart may also manifest in the natural built-in abilities, which is the South Node, may be beneficial to your business or livelihood, which is Saturn. Now, let's say if you have the South Node in Aquarius as an example, those natural built-in abilities may include innovative or ingenious qualities. It could be just being progressive, futuristic, considerate, um, unobtrusive, being very, group and team oriented. As some examples, if the South Node site is in Leo, as another example, those natural built-in abilities may be associated with just being, charismatic, creative, generous, being able having a lot of courage and fortitude, um, confidence, self assuredness as some examples. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Leonard saying, stay well.